Welcome to Smart Stock Watch, your go-to channel for in-depth financial analysis. Today is November 7th, 2025, and we're diving into the Q3 earnings report of Algonquin Power Utilities. Joining us is John, a senior analyst from Smart Stock Watch. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Algonquin Power Utilities has released its Q3 2025 financial results, and there's a lot to unpack, from revenue streams to strategic shifts following their renewable energy business sale.
Revenue and profitability overview. Let's start with the top line. Algonquin reported a total revenue of $582.7 million for Q3 2025. How does this compare to last year, and what does it mean for their profitability?
Algonquin's revenue saw a slight increase from $573.2 million in Q3 2024 to $582.7 million this quarter. This growth is primarily driven by their regulated natural gas and water distribution segments. Operating income also rose significantly to $149.7 million, up from $111.1 million last year, indicating improved operational efficiencies.
And what about their net earnings?
Net earnings for the quarter were $23.9 million, a substantial recovery from a loss of $1,330.6 million in the same period last year, largely due to the absence of losses from discontinued operations.
EPS forecast and analyst expectations. Analysts had forecasted an EPS of 6 cents for this quarter. How did Algonquin perform against these expectations?
Algonquin exceeded expectations with an EPS of 0.9 cents, beating the forecast by 0.3 cents. This positive surprise is attributed to their effective cost management and strategic focus on core regulated operations.
How many analysts were surveyed for this forecast?
The forecast was based on a survey of 5 analysts, which makes this beat a notable achievement for Algonquin.
Operational efficiencies and future outlook. John, let's talk about operational efficiencies. Algonquin's operating expenses were $214.3 million this quarter. How does this reflect on their operational strategy?
Algonquin has managed to reduce operating expenses from $227.9 million last year to $214.3 million this quarter. This reduction is part of their broader strategy to streamline operations and focus on their core regulated services. Additionally, their interest expense decreased by $19.6 million, which further supports their profitability.
What can we expect from Algonquin moving forward?
With the sale of their renewable energy business, Algonquin is now concentrating on regulated services, which should provide more stable and predictable cash flows. This strategic shift positions them well for future growth in the utility sector.
CEO/CFO statements and strategic initiatives. Did we hear any statements from Algonquin's leadership regarding these results?
Unfortunately, there were no specific statements from the CEO or CFO in this report. However, the financials clearly indicate a strategic focus on regulated services and continued investment in infrastructure, which are key to their improved financial health.
How does this align with their long-term goals?
Algonquin's long-term goals are centered around enhancing their regulated services portfolio, which aligns with their recent financial maneuvers and strategic initiatives. This focus is expected to drive sustainable growth and shareholder value.
Key takeaways. To wrap up, Algonquin Power Utilities has shown a strong performance this quarter with a revenue of $582.7 million and an EPS of 9 cents, beating analyst expectations. Their strategic shift towards regulated services is clearly paying off. John, any final thoughts?
Algonquin's focus on core operations and cost management has positioned them well for future growth. Investors should keep an eye on their continued execution of this strategy.
Thank you, John, for your insights. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch for more financial analyses. Let us know your thoughts on Algonquin's performance in the comments below.